It's been over a decade since the original Amazon Kindle was first released here in the UK, and in that time most of the "oh, you can't beat the feel of a real book in your hand" crowd have finally been swayed by these super convenient e-readers. In that decade and a bit, the Amazon Kindle hasn't actually changed that much at all, but this all-new 2019 model does offer a serious upgrade over the previous generation, and that is of course the light-up display. Not bad at all for a £70 device. Now, I've already done an unboxing and in-depth tour of the Amazon Kindle 2019, so go check that out if you want a full look at the hardware and the software, but I've been using it as my full-time e-reader for the past fortnight now, and here is my final review. And don't forget, for more on the latest and greatest tech like Amazon's 2019 Kindle, to poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! So when it comes to the design, there's nothing particularly revolutionary about this all-new model. The 2019 Kindle is almost identical to the previous version, with a chunky frame that's mercifully comfortable to clutch for long periods. And that's thanks to the curved edging and also the lightweight 174-gram finish. There aren't any physical buttons along those edges for page turning, but personally I don't really miss them. That touchscreen control works just fine. And like all budget e-readers, there's no water resistance, so you can't curl up in a bubbly bath with a book from your favourite author. Boo. Of course, it goes without saying that 6-inch display is definitely the highlight of the new 2019 Kindle. The backlighting means that you can read books in the dark at last, which is great for night owls who don't want to leave a light on which might disturb their bed partners. There's no kind of automatic brightness adjustment of course, but it is quick and easy to make the display either dimmer or brighter on demand. Just a couple of taps and you're done. The 167 pixel print resolution means that even on the tiniest text setting, everything stays nice and sharp. And I found that the all-new Kindle handled graphic novels fine-ish. Visuals aren't as sharp as with the more expensive Kindles, but slap the thing into comic reader mode and it's a fairly comfortable experience, just not one that I'd particularly recommend. Comic book fans should probably look to invest in a tablet or something like that instead. I still find Amazon's library system a little bit messy as well. You can at least filter books on their type and which ones you haven't read yet and so on, but I can't help but feel that a proper tab system would work much better. It is generally quite easy to find new stuff to read on the Kindle store though, so there's definitely no complaints there. Downloads are pretty quick over a decent Wi-Fi network, which is especially good if you're going to be downloading a lot of audiobooks using the Audible service. Speaking of which, I had no problems at all enjoying those Audible books through the Kindle. You get the same slick interface as the mobile app, so you can adjust the playback speed, skip chapters, add bookmarks and so on, everything you'll basically need. And thankfully the Bluetooth connectivity was absolutely perfect as well. I didn't notice any stuttering, stammers, anything like that during playback. General performance is of course occasionally janky, as you'd kind of expect from a Kindle device. For just reading books, it's absolutely fine, but occasionally you'll be browsing your library or the online Kindle store and things will come crashing to a halt for a good few seconds. This thing really doesn't like fast swiping, so try and avoid all that shenanigans. To be fair though, even the more premium Kindle devices have their moments, as do all e-readers basically, so it's not exactly a massive shocker. Battery life is always great with these things though, thanks to the low power e-ink screen, although of course you do now have that power drain and illumination to take into account. All the same, I found that the Kindle 2019 edition only drops around 3% per hour while reading ebooks, with that screen set on mid-level brightness. So with a bit of mental maths, that'll give you around 30 hours of full use on a single charge, which isn't bad again at all for an e-reader. However, if you are listening to audiobooks, you will see the battery drain much faster at roughly 12% per hour. That's still absolutely fine for the commute, but you'll definitely need to pack a charger for longer trips. And when the Kindle's hibernating, you'll notice that the battery only ticks down roughly 1% per day, so absolutely no worries there either. The 4GB of onboard storage is filling up fast now. I've downloaded a few audiobooks, especially a couple of those Stephen King epics. But if you just stick with your bog standard ebooks, you'll be able to download hundreds and hundreds of them, so you'll have plenty of choice to take on the road, especially great if you're going to be doing a bit of backpacking around India or anything like that. And as a quick footnote as well, if you've got a little bit of extra cash, I do quite like the official cover for the Kindle as well, although it is a completely superfluous accessory. The thing I like most about it is the fact that it just puts the Kindle into hibernation when you close it up, so it does have that sort of book style feeling, and frankly it means you don't have to fumble around looking for the power button down below. Apart from that though, it doesn't really do anything. The Kindle is still perfectly hardy without it, so I wouldn't worry about it getting damaged if you're literally just chucking it in your bag every day. And it does add a fair bit of chunkiness onto it as well, so meh. And that right there basically is what I think of the new 2019 edition all new Kindle. 70 quid, you really can't complain with this thing. It's got all the features you would expect from a full Kindle device. That illuminating screen is absolutely brilliant, and basically the only thing you're really missing out on compared with some of the more premium devices is the more compact build, the crisper screen, and the fact that it's not waterproof. But again, if you just want something to bung in your bag and read on the commute, this thing will do the job absolutely perfectly. So are you tempted by the new Kindle? Have you got an older Kindle? How old exactly are we talking here? And are you tempted to upgrade? Definitely let us know down in the comments below. And don't forget, for more on the latest and greatest tech, to subscribe, ding that notifications bell, and have yourselves a lovely week, people. Love you, bye!